Saludos, bienvenidos a una edición más de Inventando con los Panas, entrevista con el Pana Live. Oye, ¿qué es la que hay, mi hermano?
Oye, bien contento, ¿verdad? Una entrevista que tenemos hoy bien interesante, ¿verdad? Con un estelar armador de la selección nacional de México, el gran Stoll, que nos ¿verdad? Se cogió el tiempo, porque está bien lejos, ¿verdad? ¿Qué hora nos dijo que era por allá?
Hasta medianoche, brother, ya es medianoche en Francia. Oye, bienvenido. Oye, yo te veía desde hace tiempo, papá.
No te veía, hace 12 horas.
Claro que sí, claro que sí. Bueno, definitivamente nos honra con su presencia. Oye, estamos internacional, oye. Ya estamos internacional, rompiendo barreras por ahí, brother. Gracias a papá Dios que estas cosas se nos están dando. Dímelo.
A otro nivel, ya tú sabes, bien contento con lo que papá Dios nos está dando, tú sabes que siempre lo agradecemos, y contento con la gente que nos apoya, ¿verdad? También, porque gracias a ellos que nos motivamos y seguimos, y obviamente a todos los colaboradores, y siempre va a ser un honor tener personas como Paul Stoll, ¿verdad? Desde el calibre, ¿verdad? Internacional, que nos den la oportunidad, ¿verdad? De estar en nuestro pequeño espacio, ¿verdad? De tiempo para relajarnos y pasarla bien aquí con todo el mundo.
Así que le pedimos a todos, ¿verdad? Que compartan este video y esta transmisión y que, mire, que estén pendientes y que se aseguren cualquier pregunta que quieran hacerle a Polo, algo que ustedes no entiendan, ¿verdad? Nos deja saber ahí en el chat. Y así como ese refresco, dímelo, oye.
Antes de eso, y seriamente, no se vacilen mi inglés, mi gente. No,
bueno, aquí, sin más preámbulo, vamos a dar la bienvenida al estelar armador de la Selección Nacional de México, el armador Paul Stoll. Welcome, Paul.
What's going on?
Welcome to Inventando con los Panas. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Great, man. How are you feeling?
Great,
How's everything back in France?
It's good. Everything's good. I'm feeling good. So, just another day.
Awesome. Oye.
Yo, are you tired right now? You should be sleeping.
A little bit. I knew Coach George was going to have me on here, so I took a little nap, but I'm doing all right.
That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Well, Paul, first of all, we're gonna thank you for the sacrifice that you're doing right now. You know that time is the only thing that you cannot buy. Time is the most expensive thing in life because it's the only thing that you cannot bring back. And we appreciate every time that all the panas, all the friends that we bring to interview here, take their time to talk with us and all the people that follow us through the media. To the social media, and we really appreciate that, man.
Nah, no problem at all. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, Paul, are you ready for some tough questions, man? Because we're gonna go right through it. You know how it is, okay?
Let's do it.
No. We just gotta have a little bit of fun. We want to let you know that at the same time that both of us are gonna interview you and we'll have a good time over here. We got a chat that everybody is watching us, and it's going to be sometimes that maybe one of the people that are on the chat, maybe you're going to ask them questions. If it's okay with you, we can tell you the question and you can ask if you want to, okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay, well, let's start with this. Paul Michael Stoll, right?
Yeah, that's me.
You were born in December 14, 1985 in Lansing, Michigan, right?
Yep.
Awesome, bro. That's great. Let's start with this. When do you started playing basketball? Like, you know that this is a time when we are young. That's the first time that you saw basketball and you started playing like for fun or something like that. Talk us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I started running around the gym, the basketball gyms, you know, by 2, 3, 4 years old, just because my dad, you know, he used to play, he coached, so I was just always around the game since I was really young. And I fell in love with it at a young age, honestly. Like, I just love to be in the gym, love to be around the game. So really, really young. And I started playing organized. I don't even remember the age, but I mean, we were going to national tournaments, you know, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, you know, Tennessee, Florida, Dayton, Ohio. But
yeah, actually, that's the traveling thing, right? But we're
Yeah.
gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna talk about a little bit of that further on. So we'll
Okay.
stay tight. Hold on tight.
So,
Oh yeah.
do you play other sports besides basketball?
Yeah, I played football.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
American football. Yeah, I love football. Actually, football was like, I love football probably, just as much or not more than basketball, but I was small, but I love football.
You're a diehard Lion fan, right?
Nah,
How come?
I'm a, I just, I've never, I'm a Michigan State fan,
Okay.
I'm more of like a person that likes players. So when I was growing up, you could like a player and you'd like a team for a long time. Now it's different because everybody changes teams. But like, I like Deion Sanders. I like Lexico Burris from Michigan State. He's like my all-time favorite.
Yeah, he used to be a Steeler,
Oh
Papa.
yeah, oh yeah, that was my guy, man. So always love football. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, football, basketball is what I did.
Okay.
Which position do you used to play when you used to
I
play
just said,
football?
put me on the field. I played everything. Played corner, safety, backup quarterback. I
Where
played
do you
wide
need me?
receiver,
Where
punt
do you need me?
return.
I'm going there.
Yeah, I was like the punt return, kick return, like hands team. I could catch, so I was pretty good. So
Nice.
I used to be kind of slow, so I
You
worked
used
on
to be
that.
slow. How come?
Wow.
Yeah, I
You're
don't know.
one of the quickest guys on the floor.
Man, I was young for my age. I graduated high school early, so I just don't think I had fully matured yet when I was still in high school. I grew a couple inches in junior college, but yeah, if I would have been faster in high school, like I'd have been probably pretty good in football. So, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. That's great. So probably you could have played like both sports in college or something like that.
I mean, you never know. I was pretty good. I could tackle. I was quick. I could get interceptions, but I just straight like 40 and speed. I just didn't have it.
Okay. I got
So
you.
yeah.
I got you. So, what do you realize that you wanted to play basketball like for full time, like for real, and that you want to commit to it like this? Do you say, okay, I'm good at it at this. I think I'm gonna be great at it. This is what I wanted to do all my life, and this is the thing that I gotta do. When would that happen? Talk about a little bit about that.
That's probably honestly like when I was telling you I was playing what was called junior pro back then. It was, not it's like AAU, but at a younger age. It was called junior pro. They had national tournaments. I was on a really good team at a young age, and we used to diamond press people and win by 20, 30, 40, and we had a really good team. So it just had me like love the game and competed, and I love to win since a young age. So I was a really bad loser always. So I just that's just what I wanted to do since I was that young, and since we had success and the team had success going to national tournaments, I figured, okay, we're playing national tournaments. This is our age group. Like, why can't I continue it? And just try to reach the highest level possible.
Nice.
Get tired of it because that happens a lot. You're kids.
Yeah.
But luckily I never did, and I just love to play. I would try to play anywhere we could play.
Okay, nice. We have on the chat, tenemos a José Pito Bolsa, Randy Mercado, José López, Lisa Marí, saludos a todos, ¿verdad? Estamos aquí hoy con Paul Stoll, el armador regular de la selección mexicana, ¿verdad? Que nos dio la oportunidad de entrevistarlo hoy. Él está en Francia, allá es medianoche, ¿verdad? Y estamos aquí con él hablando, ¿verdad? Un ratito. Paul, tell us about your high school years, your traveling teams, and your path to your college recruiting process.
I played AAU, Team Michigan Mustangs in Michigan. It was one of the better teams. I played at East Lansing High School. I played varsity as a sophomore. Didn't get a lot of minutes early on in my sophomore year. And then towards the end of the year, played a little more than the districts. I actually started in the districts. We went to the district finals, lost in the district finals to one of the best teams in the state. And then my junior year is when I just really kind of took off. I started every game as a junior. A lot of assists, a lot of creating, just getting guys the ball. And then my senior year, the coach was like, look, I need you to score. So that's when I really just, people really started noticing me, because I averaged a lot of points, a lot of assists, steals. Yeah. And then from there, I played junior college in Michigan.
Hold that thought real quick.
Yep, I'm gonna hold it.
No, but before that, how was your college recruiting process? It was an easy one. It was a tough one.
Well, as far as the junior college, my dad, like I said, he was a coach at the junior college. He was an assistant coach.
Oh, so you basically played for your dad at the college?
No. Well, my dad was an assistant, and then my dad had took a couple years off being an assistant. But one of his lifelong friends and coaching buddies, Mike Ingram, I played for him. So when I finished high school, he just told me, if you want to come here, it's no problem. You always have a spot. So
here's the thing. I don't know if you went to that. Probably you do, because you're not this big guard, the 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guard,
Yeah.
And sometimes they coaches tend to don't take the short guards seriously,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely. It's
same thing happened with JJ Barea going up, and other guards that are not that big,
Yeah, it's a stereotype.
Definitely, you proved them wrong. It happened to you when you were playing basketball.
Oh yeah, I don't think people realize how small. People think I'm short now. I probably was 5'7" when I graduated high school. 5'7.5", 5'8". Wow. People see me now from school that I haven't seen in a long time, and they're like, "You grew." So, yeah. So I was really, really short, But I think my parents, my dad especially, I think he knew I was going to have a growth spurt. But like I said, it was. I was still playing really well. We finished third in our conference in one of the best conferences in Michigan. Awesome. We had a good team. I averaged 21 points a game, something. So it's I earned enough to, go play at the junior college for sure. Yeah. So it wasn't, does people doubt me and all that? Of course, that just is natural. I've been used to that my whole life. So
after that, you went to play, you spent time in junior college, but you didn't transfer, right?
Yep. I played 2 years at a junior college. I had some Division II offers, interest, NAIA, Division III. And my goal since I was, young was because I'd play at Michigan State, and I'd play at, a lot of open gyms and stuff like that at the junior college. And I would play against a lot of guys, and I just always thought, okay, I'm a Division I player. I can play Division I. Exactly. So I didn't have any Division I offers after junior college. Had a pretty good year. We won the league my first year. I think we finished second my second year. Had good team, good players, couple probably had 3-4 guys besides myself move on and play, at different colleges, universities. But I just, in my mind, I was like, I'm a Division I player. So I just basically turned down all the scholarships and all the offers, and I was like, I'm going to sit out a year.
Oh, so you sit out a year?
So I sat out a year after 2 years of junior college because, like I told you before, I was already a little younger.
Yeah. You want to develop, right?
Pardon me?
You want to develop physically.
And I graduated high school. I played 10 junior college games when I was 17. So I graduated. I was young. I was really young. Yeah. So that year, I literally just worked on my game every day, shooting, lifting, working out, drill, skill work. And it was a hard year, but it told me a lot about myself because, if you want something, you gotta go get it. So you can't just, say, oh, I want to do this, because it's a reality that I wanted to play Division I. And then from there, I sent some tapes out, and I got some help, and I pretty much I got a couple coaches to watch my film, and they liked it, and then one coach agreed to come watch me play, and I basically got my scholarship from him coming up to to Lansing Community College watching me at an open gym. So
Awesome.
I had one Division I scholarship and didn't take a visit or anything. I just said, yeah, I'm going. Let's go. Sign me up. Because
Awesome.
that's basically, I was just waiting for one opportunity.
You took advantage of it really quick, basically. That's great, man. That's great. So, let me hold it for a second. Tenemos gente en el chat, ¿verdad?
Sí, ya la mencioné, ya saludamos, sí.
Okay, perfect. So that's great. Now, you are at college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You passed your path through junior college. You're at D1 now. What was your like they said, your best college moment that you can tell us?
College moment or basketball moment
D1,
or
D1. You got there at the D1 University. Your favorite college moment at the D1 University, like, can you say I got this game against this rival or against this team and I kill him, I score I don't know how many points, something like that.
Okay. Well, I would say the first one would be just the reality setting in. When I got off the plane, because I'm from Michigan and it's cold and it snows and it's, the weather's not great year round. And I got on the plane in August and our assistant coach picked me up from the airport, and I'll never forget it because I got off the plane and it was like, oh, here's a palm tree. Here's a palm tree. The sun's out. And it was just like, okay, this is my new reality. I've been waiting for this one opportunity. Like, okay, now we start over again. So that
Awesome.
was just like, okay, now this is what you've been asking for. So let's see what you're going to do, So that was the first one. And then I would say my senior year, we played a game against the team, Houston Baptist. They had, I think, probably 4 or 5 Division I transfers from like Purdue and Oklahoma, all these different Division I transfers because it was their first year. And they were, the guys came out, they were talking trash and they're supposed to beat us because, they're all these, high major D1 guys, and the coach was talking stuff. And you could kind of tell, I could tell by my coach's, approach to the game that the game meant a lot to him. So if it meant a lot to him, it meant a lot to me. So we jumped off to a good start, played really well first half. And then, they went on a run, got back in the game, but we won the game. And I didn't even realize it, but I looked up after the game and one of the reporters was like, oh man, you had a great game tonight, 37 points. And I think it was 37 points. And it was like, I don't know, like 8, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. It was something just crazy. And I didn't even realize it in the game, but I think it was just because I knew the game meant so much to my coach. So I just, for the one guy that gave me my Division I shot, it was like, if it means a lot to you, like, okay, let's get this win, So, but that moment was really, really interesting. I think that really told me a lot about the level I could reach as a player. Because I was never a selfish player in college, especially like my senior year, like I was second in the nation in assists. So it was more me just trying to like, what does the team need today, But that day I was making shots and it was just a really good night and we won. So that would probably be up there as one of the best moments.
Nice,
awesome.
Nice.
Awesome, bro. Well, you got something there, right?
I want to make another question from that. Do you have because you asked yours, which special moment? So you have a college special moment that you want to share with us?
Another one. Yeah,
another one.
Like in your experience outside the basketball court.
Just the friendships I built and some of the guys that I met and that I still, talk to and know to this day. It's just relationships that, they can't be measured because it's like, if you don't go get that experience, I don't go to Texas, or I don't grow up in Michigan, you don't have the best friends or the brothers, guys that just, you just have a lot of respect for, and they're more like brothers to you. I would also say getting my degree, because I know it meant a lot to my family, so getting my degree was like one of the huge steps.
You had a degree in what?
It's a general studies. It's like kinesiology. It's minors in kinesiology, business, communications.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So now college is over. You become a pro basketball player. Tell us about your first experience playing pro.
Yeah, I didn't even know they, you know, they had a professional league. I mean, I knew they had a league in Mexico, but I didn't know it was like supposedly pretty good level, you know.
So you're Mexican on which side? On your mother's side?
My mom's side of the family is Mexican.
Okay.
Yep. So if they're all Mexican. So basically, my first year I played in Torreon. Algo Dineros is the name of the team. Algo Dineros. Yep. That was where I got my start. And
so who give you that call? Like, let's say, hey, Paul, you can play as a native in Mexico.
It was a couple teams came up and watched me my junior year and talked to me a little bit, and I was like, oh wow, really? Oh, okay, cool. And then my senior year, like I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to Europe, I'm doing this and that. Well, you know, then they came and they gave me a good offer, and they told me the possibilities. You know, you come play for us, you play well, you could play on the national team, and so I kind of like that idea. So it was the Gannums, it was Lalo Gannum was the owner, Aldo, Anwar, who's now an agent, my guys, and they helped me basically, you know, get started with my career, gave me a chance, and that was how it all got started.
Awesome. You got that one, in chat?
Yeah. I got. We have one question for you from our followers. He's asking that who you think is the best player now in the NBA, and what player you think play the same? You play the same right now that play in the NBA.
LeBron, in my opinion, I'm a LeBron James guy.
Very smart guy. Yeah.
And I've always liked growing up. I liked Steve Nash. I would stay up late Phoenix when he was in Phoenix. That was like when I was in school, those years where he won MVP. So I love Reggie Miller. I love Steve Nash. You know, so those guys, I think I'm a mix of maybe Reggie Miller, Steve Nash type, you know, because
you're a quick hitter, like you got like a quick release when you're playing. Like I've been watching you for a long time now. And basically, you sometimes you're with the ball and you just let it go. I mean, it's very difficult.
A lot of practice.
Yeah. I've been seeing that.
I got a question about NBA. Mala mía, George. Okay. You did mention LeBron James, Steve Nash, Reggie Miller, but you didn't mention Michael Jordan. So
Jordan. You said who's my favorite player in the NBA?
No,
the best. So I say LeBron. But I you know, Steve Nash was a point guard. Reggie Miller was a shooter. So. I mean, I'm not 6'6", so Jordan's game and Kobe's game is different for me, you know?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, Jordan is
well, you being a Michigan guy, and everything. Steve Smith is from Michigan too, right?
Maybe from the city, yeah, that's my guy.
Exactly. So probably you be a big fan of Steve Smith. Maybe Chris Webber, Juwan Howard. No,
those are University of Michigan. I'm Michigan State, so I'm more of the.
And even Jalen Rose, that is from Michigan too. Like
those are all University of Michigan, though.
Okay. Oh, you got right. There's no rival.
You gotta stay with like you know the Michigan State, the Magics,
Magic Johnson is from there. Yeah. Zach Randolph is from there too, right? He used to play there too.
Who?
Zach Randolph, Martin Cleaves.
Yeah, Mateen. Yeah,
he was a great point guard, man. I mean, he didn't have a great pro career, but in college,
nah, he was one of the guys, one of my guys I looked up to playing. You know, you go to practice, you go to the games growing up.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't have a great pro career at the NBA level, but he was a great college player.
He's one of the best winners I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. Great
especially
guy.
in college. Yeah.
Yep. And you got Mo Pete over there too.
Mo Pete, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got a couple of guys over there. Yeah, to follow. Oh, that's great. But here's the thing: now that you're a pro and everything, you started playing in Mexico. You started getting people's attention now because you were doing good in Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got great seasons over there. So that make you earn an invite to the national team. That's a complete different animal, a complete different thing. That thing, because playing pro in a pro league is one thing, but playing for your country and have your flag on the chest is another thing. So you got that invite that first time that you said yes, and you went to that first practice and you saw maybe that the younger Gustavo Ayon probably who was a star back there. You saw this guy Juan Mariscal, right? The
Yep.
shooter.
Victor.
That guy who was a Mexican star too. You see Lorenzo Lamas over there,
Oh, yeah.
Eduardo Nájera, and all those guys. Talk us about that experience because I mean that's a great achievement,
No, I've played with a couple different generations, I guess you could say now, through the years. Shout out to Pep Caros. He's the one that brought me
Awesome.
To the national team for my first tryout. And I remember he called me. I was living in Las Vegas, and he was like, "Oh, you have your you have your passport. Oh, you're in shape." And I'm like, "Well, yeah. And everybody says, "Oh, I'm in shape."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Okay, you got a plane tomorrow. A plane ticket." I said, "All right, okay."
What?
And again, that's kind of just the whole way. When I'm home and I'm working out, we have a philosophy. You always got to be ready to leave, because you never know. You can't say, "Oh, wait, hold on, give me 2 weeks and I'll be ready." You got to be ready to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's been one of the keys to my career, just always staying ready to play, because you never know when your chance is going to come. So went there, went to tryouts, and that was when we actually the Centroamericanos in Mayo West.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Yeah. We played in I think we played in a Central Basket in Dominican, I believe. But our team wasn't very good. I think we had a mix of players. Some guys didn't want to go. I don't really know the reason. I was too young to know the whole nature of why guys came and didn't want to come at that point. But we went to the Centroamericanos, and we got a medal. I guess that was the first medal in like 10 years or something, 20 years. For the Mexico team. Then we followed it up the next year, and then they switched the coach to Sergio Valdemuros. And then that was when they called me to go to the Pan American Games. And then I think that was the start where we started realizing, okay, we have some talent. We got some guys that can play. Like we can do this, And we lost both games to Puerto Rico. So then, us as competitors, we were like, okay, we got to get to this level to take a step up,
Nice.
Well, pretty much. Oh yeah.
So, what was your favorite national team moment?
My favorite national team moment. There's a lot. There's so many. I think one of the best would be when we won the FIBA's 2013, just because they hadn't been to a World Cup in, I think, 60 years, 70 years. So that was a statement. That's like never going to be forgotten. That's in the history book. So just, you can see there's a picture. I mean, I still have pictures of it. We're just dancing on the court in Venezuela, and it was just such genuine emotion of happiness, because the guys there, it was a long training camp, long tournament. Guys were wore out, and just to complete it and then win the gold and then qualify for the World Cup. It was that's probably one of the best moments.
Nice.
Awesome. We got one of he's part of us in Inventando con los Pana, and he's to the chat, and he's saying he has something to say about you. He said his name is Quique Colon, La Voz. He said, I remember he came to Arecibo for the tournament of Las Americas.
Yep.
He thinks he was like by 09 or something like that.
Yep.
Sorry, he's telling us that he was really young, and he was shooting it like from the volleyball line. I was like, who the hell is this kid? Who this kid think it is? And that was before Curry made it a normal thing. There's an experience that he has over there. Like
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing that. People, it's funny, the Steph Curry thing. People, you know, they compare our games a lot because I shoot deep and shoot a lot of threes, but I mean, I've been playing the way I've played since I was in high school. You know, because I was smaller, as I told you guys. So for me, I learned to shoot deeper, and it was an easy shot because you know the defender's further away, and that's just the way I've played since I was young. Open gyms, games. I was doing that. You can look back in Venezuela before, you know, Steph Curry was even Steph Curry, and people are like, "What is he doing shooting from half court and volleyball line?" But so it's
now,
like, you know, people
now I
say
can
that.
recall. Now I can recall those moments that actually what he Enrique is one of my best friends doing. I can recall now that you guys are talking about that. I remember those days. Like,
We went.
Mexico has this guy, Paul Stoll. Man, that guy is shooting it from the parking lot, and it's not that he's shooting it from the parking lot. The thing is, he's making it too. You know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I don't think that's one thing I don't think people realize. You know, even with Steph Curry, per se, like, you know, there's a lot of hours and years and reps and practice behind the confidence to shoot those shots. You know.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not like, oh, where am I shooting from? It's okay. Yeah, I can make this. You know.
I mean, there was a guy in Puerto Rico. Actually, there were two of them. One, they are both retired. I was young, really young when they used to play. They were not that fast as you are, but they usually make Orlando can. Actually, one of them played with OJ professionally in one league at his downside of his career. His name was Pablo Alicea. You can
Okay.
look for it. And Pablo will go 100 miles per hour. Now he got the outlet pass, and he will dribble like 100 miles per hour, and he will stop, do a jump stop from the 3-point line. He will shoot that ball, bro. And you resembling sometimes of him. You have resemblance of him, like you can recall.
Yeah, I've never seen any footage of him. I have to check him
Well,
out.
you will see him. He used to. Sometimes you do that. Like you come 100 miles per hour, and you think probably people think that you're gonna play. I don't know, maybe a secondary offense or something like that. Hell no, you will shoot that three no matter what. I remember those days. And Bobby Rios used to do that. That's another guy even older than Pablo, and he was a two guard too. And he would come at 100 miles per hour, and suddenly stop and took a three. You know. And I remember that those guys.
They both represent Puerto Rico in the 90s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are all older than us.
Yeah. Hey, I'm 40 years old. You know.
Oh, me too.
Orlando's 55, but he has made some.
I'm 40. I'm 42. I'm 40.
So.
Indeed, okay. I'm younger than George.
Yeah, a couple of months, yeah. But you know, he has made like 3 or 4 surgeries and stuff like that. You know. Well, that was your favorite national team moment, but what is your experience? This one is a tricky one for you. Because I can recall those games. I remember those games that I'm going to talk to you about. And I wanted you to be straight up with us, no matter what. You know, we're Puerto Ricans and all Puerto Rico is watching you right now. But what was your experience? Because I can recall at least a couple of games that you and Carlos Arroyo went head to head and you guys had some battles. I mean, even you playing against JJ Barrera too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So how are those battles? Like you're saying, okay, tonight's gonna be fun. I'm playing against Carlos, or I'm playing against JJ. Let's do this, you know. Let's see who got
playing against those guys is like it's the best. It's the ultimate. You know, it's like, oh, I get to play against, you know, Barrera. Okay, he was NBA, getting in the NBA. Now he's playing good in the NBA. And Arroyo, he took over the world, you know, at the Olympics. So, you know, with the jersey, and it was an honor, honestly. especially Arroyo, because Arroyo, I mean, I knew Arroyo before I knew Arroyo, you know?
Okay.
So, and it was like, it was a surreal feeling, but I always felt like, okay, I get to play against these guys, you know, and they're both good guys, you know, they're both, you know, good guys, always been real good guys. I played against Carlos actually, my first year in Turkey. He was in Galatasaray. So we spoke and talked a lot, and, you know, he just good people, you know. JJ, we played, when his first year in Minnesota, we played them in the preseason, and, you know, after the game, gave me bags full of stuff from the team and from his sponsors and stuff. So just really good guys. But as competitors, that's what you want to do. You want to play against the best, especially at your position.
Nice.
So, can you recall a game that you played that you went head to head with Carlos? Because I remember 1 or 2 games that we played against you guys in Mexico, and at a moment of the game, it was you and Carlos, right? For a little bit of span of time, it was even you score and then Carlos scored and then you score again. So you recall that moment?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was at the FIBAs in Venezuela. Yeah. It was. I'm telling you, like, I'm a competitor, so like I love this. Like, I really love to play, and, you know, the higher level you get to play against, like, that's your, you know, that's what it's all about.
You can recall that there was some trash talking over there and everything.
It was never. I don't think it's ever
Not personal
talking,
thing,
but I'll never back down from anybody. Like, I've never been the type to back down from anybody. You know, that's just not my nature. So, maybe I don't recall the trash talk because I respect those guys, especially, you know, Carlos. You know, because he's older, and just the stuff he's done before I even knew him. Like I said, he's a little bit older. But I mean, if he was talking trash, I'm sure I wouldn't not talk trash back.
Well, let's see. Probably in the next FIBA window in Puerto Rico, maybe, I don't know, right? If the thing in France, if they let you play over there, and Carlos now he's signed in Spain. Probably, I don't know if he's gonna play for the national team, but maybe you guys will have a chance to meet again and do it all over again.
Hey, sounds good to me.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, you got something for him?
Yeah. I have another question back down talking about the NBA.
Okay.
Who's the GOAT for you?
Oh. I would probably say Michael Jordan right now, but LeBron's not done.
He's not that far. He's not that far away from Michael.
Nah, I don't. I like, you know, people they hate on him. They make points for this and that, but, you know, he's gonna end up, you know, probably top 5 in assists, top 10 in rebounds, number 1 in points. Let's say he gets MVP this year, 5 MVPs. If he wins another ring, you never know. Even if he doesn't, you know, 4 is still a lot. I mean, I don't think it's, you know, people are always like, oh, who is it? I think it's a lot closer than people act like.
The thing that I said is that people want to see Michael Jordan in LeBron James' body, or they want to see Kobe Bryant in LeBron James' body. And the thing is that they are very different kind of players, you know. They don't even want to see Magic Johnson on LeBron James on body, and it's not even fair, you know, because even though physically probably they're about the same height, but they are totally different players. I mean, to definitely. Me, LeBron James is a different specimen, you know.
And one thing that people don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, is Jordan and Kobe, they're, you know, clutch killers, shooters, you know, 3-point guys. Not Jordan necessarily, but Kobe. But, like, if you look at the numbers, you know, LeBron's a better 3-point shooter than both of them on his career.
Exactly.
And people don't realize that, you know, for him not being a shooter, you know, he's percentage.
I can argue that with you because they play different eras. Yeah. So Michael Jordan didn't need the 3-point shoot to be a better player. When he returned to the league, he was a better shooter. than the first time. But it's a lot to talk about.
Well, then you could go into if you don't say 3-pointers, you could say field goal percentage, and LeBron's better field goal percentage also. So but then people's argument is, oh, he gets layups and dunks, so that's his fault that he gets dunks and layups. You know, like
it's a really tricky question. And
exactly,
and it lifts a lot of passion in some people, you know. But definitely they're great players, great players, and we certainly are gifted. Actually, we are gifted people to have the chance to watch and play all those three guys over there. You know, it's a great thing. We're gonna say we have some people here at the chat. Enrique says that you will easily get 18 and 7 in Puerto Rico as an import. We'll see what happens with that.
Who said this?
My boy Enrique Colón. He says that you probably can get 18 and 7 in Puerto Rico as an import.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever receive a call from any Puerto Rican team?
I think like some years ago, when I was younger. But the last couple years, no. That's one place I'd always love to play, you know. So, you know, maybe we can make it happen this summer.
If you guys want the service of Stoll, give a call to Coach George and he will make the arrangement.
Wow.
My guy Eric Flesher is on here, my agent. So hit him up. Let's go.
Talk to Coach George and he'll make the arrangement. So don't think about authorized by Stoll himself, right?
Nice.
Yo, Paul, it's been great to have you with us tonight. But I cannot leave you with this last question, man. And this question is a question that we do to all the people that visit us, all the great persons that come to with us to participate with us here in the interview with the Pana. And the question is, what be your advice? What advice can you give to all the young fellas that are looking for a path in basketball or baseball, whatever sport they play, but especially in basketball, and they look at you and they resemble themselves in you? And what kind of advice you can give it to him or give them, and so they can be better or whatever you think is better for them?
The best advice I could give them is to just not give up, you know, work hard, and don't get discouraged. Some days you're going to have great days. Some days you're going to have really bad days, but it's all about getting better every day. And it's more of a marathon. You know, it's not where you're at today. It's not where you start. It's where you finish, you know, and just keep working hard, because hard work works, you know, like, you know, it might not be when you want it or how you want it, but eventually somehow, if you work hard and you just stay after what you're doing and you do things the right way, you just try to get better every day, then eventually it'll all work itself out.
That's awesome. Like I tell you, a lot of kids can resemble that, because we're in Latin America, we're not that high. We're short, you know, and there's a lot of good guards that have played with you, and you know, and you know, it's a great thing that can resemble you, that you can achieve everything you want, and you don't have to make it into the NBA, but you can play in Europe and have a great career, and you can play in Latin America and they have a great career like you have. Oh yeah, you got something for him?
I have one question. ¿Dónde aprendiste español? ¿En tu casa? ¿En México?
En México, con la selección, los entrenadores, todo eso.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you want to say something to especially to your people that are watching you, Paul?
I mean, shout out to everybody, my family, my girl, everybody. I don't know, my agent. Puerto Rico, call me.
Hey,
just
send me the number.
all the organizations, you know, all the organizations that bring me, just everybody just that supports me in everything I do all the time. So, I mean, Thank you guys for having me, and you know, Viva Mexico.
Awesome. Oh yeah,
Thank you for give of times to us, for give time for us. We know that you have to be tired, but it was an honor for me to have a great player as you, international player, here with us.
There's people saying here that actually it's a Caps Piratas fan from Puerto Rico. They say, bring in tu quebradilla.
Dile, Castellano, vamos.
Oh.
Coño.
So let's see what happens. Remember, Coach George and him and
él es muy amigo mío. Yo jugo con él en Veracruz. Entonces,
exactly. So,
estoy listo. Vamos.
Ya el camino está a la mitad. Ya lo está a la mitad del camino. So, vamos a ver. And Abner, who is part of us too, he said, God bless this guy, nice people, and a good player. So, everything's good. Hey, Paul, great. I'm going to have you here. There's nothing more to say than thank you for sharing with us all your experience, man. This is your house. Whenever you need this forum to talk, to visit us, to stay with us, you can use it whenever you want. Just let me know. You can be part of us in our live chat or whenever you want to come back here at Inventando con los Panas. We are very grateful to have you with us, and we're very humble and we say thank you for that, for everything. So
no problem, man. Anytime. Thanks. I'm glad.
I wish you nothing but the best, and stay healthy, stay safe because of COVID, and keep killing it, brother.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't leave yet. Le decimos a todos, ¿verdad? Gracias por su sintonía. Gracias por haber estado con nosotros en la transmisión de hoy. Les recordamos que mañana estamos de 6 de la mañana a 7 de la mañana en Inventando con los Panas Morning Edition. ¿Dónde nos pueden conseguir, oye?
Nos pueden conseguir en Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, nuestro canal de YouTube, todo como Inventando con los Panas. También pueden conseguir el audio podcast en Anchor, Spotify, Apple y Google Podcast, también como Inventando con los Panas, y nuestro webpage www.inventandoconlospanas.com.
¿Qué más tenemos por ahí para el domingo?
Oye, el domingo tenemos el Sunday Show, que vamos a estar hablando, ¿verdad? Un poquito más de lo que es el béisbol de las Grandes Ligas y el Hall of Fame, ¿verdad? Vamos a estar discutiendo un poquito de eso, así que estén pendientes, ¿verdad? Para estar ahí un ratito con todos ustedes, vacilando el domingo a las 7 de la noche.
Una palabra antes de irnos, mi hermano.
Como siempre, gracias a Papá Dios que nos dio la oportunidad de tener a este gran jugador y una gran persona, ¿verdad? Con nosotros, como lo es Paul Stoll. Gracias a todos los que nos siguen. Gracias, George. Gracias, Paul. Thank you for being with us. Y nada, que pasen una excelente noche.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a todos, ¿verdad? Conocido. Gracias a ti, oye, ¿verdad? Porque siempre estamos trabajando duro, mano a mano, tú sabes, en esto. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
After the credits, stay with us a little bit. Don't go. I got to ask you something. And gracias a todos, ¿verdad? Los que nos han seguido en todo momento. Sigan compartiendo entre nuestras redes sociales. Sigan compartiendo las mismas. Esto es para ustedes. Y recuerden que nosotros no competimos con nadie. Simplemente competimos entre nosotros para brindarle a ustedes la mejor programación y las mejores entrevistas. Ahí tienes el brand. Así que...
PS4.
Ahí está, there you go. Así que sí, gracias le damos por eso. Si estás en tu casa, estás cenando, buen provecho. Si estás en la carretera, mucho cuidadito que llegues con bien a tu destino. Y recuerda, siempre decirle a tus seres queridos cuánto los amas, los quieres, lo importante que son para ti. Si estás enojado, mano, mire, no te vayas de tu casa con coraje, ni te vayas a dormir con coraje. Y si tienes algo que está perturbando tu paz, mira, saca un ratito de una reflexión, habla con Papito Dios, que sea el mejor libra por libra. Y yo te garantizo, brother, que en el momento que tú abras tu corazón a él, él va a orar por ti, cuando él así lo quiera. Así que, oye, gracias de nuevamente, gracias por ese que siempre me acompaña, es Oye Marina, el que está abajo es nuestro invitado Postor, este que te habla es Coach George. Y no solamente me queda decir gracias, que tengan bendiciones. Y esto fue, oye,
Inventando con los Panas, entrevista al Pana, Paul Stoll.
Se me cuidan.